I don't know everything about the story of Jesus Christ, but this I do know. One, they said he had scars on his feet. I got scar on my feet. Two, they said he was born 33 years before the beginning of time. I was born 33 years before the beginning of this time, no millennium. That's two. I was born Anno Domini, the year of our Christ, the year of our Lord. That's three things I got in common. They also said he was conceived on or about Christmas Day. That would put his birthday in the sign of Leo, about the middle of August. I am born 8/12, the middle of August. That's four things I got in common with the story of Jesus Christ. They said he would be betrayed by Judas or Judah. I was betrayed by my mother, as my father was too. She robbed land and money from me, and her name is Judith.
Wow.
That's five things I got in common. They also said he was the virgin, born of the Virgin Mary. Mary means woman. My mother was a virgin to giving birth to my singular DNA, as same as your mother was virgin giving your birth to your singular DNA. That's six things I got in common. They also said his girlfriend was named Mary Magdalene. Mary also means woman back in those days, and Magna means many, which means he had many women. I had hundreds of girlfriends, also married 3 times. That's 7 things I got in common.
Magna means many in...
Magna, many. Magna, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
like
7.
Omega, like Omega.
That's Omega, well, not Omega, no. Magna, like Magna.
Like Magna.
Magna means many. Right?
Yeah.
That's 7 things I got in common. They also said he will be between I am,
Yeah.
which means between the Alpha and the Omega. The Alpha is the beginning of the year, around Christmas Day, and the Omega is the sign of Leo.
Okay.
The same sign. He is, meaning he would become from the fetus to the birth, between the beginning to the Omega. Same with me. That's 8 things I got in common with the story of Jesus Christ. I'm proving to you that I'm the coming of Christ, beyond a shadow of a doubt. And if you still have any doubt whatsoever that you cannot be rich tomorrow by telling this story, then you are a fool. 9 things. What else do they say about him? He will come as I am. I'm a poet, I'm a songwriter, I'm a singer, I'm an author. I am an artist.
Yeah.
I have proved that to you already? I proved that to you already?
Yeah.
How about I didn't prove that I'm an author?
Author.
I authored this.
You say you're right.
I authored, yeah, but I didn't prove it.
Oh.
I authored this. It is better to close your eyes and listen, for light and sight travels faster than sound, and within today's society, judgment will limit your abilities to learn from others and build long-lasting concrete relationships. And I already put it on Facebook, and I proved it. I also authored poetry. I didn't prove that yet either. A love divine, a life living without soul, is barren and filled with despair. It's like having a heart as an empty hole. To look towards the future with even a glimpse of hope, you'll be on your way, yet still it will be an uphill slope. To reach its peak, you'll be sure to find a full life of love divine. They also said he would be denied by idiocy and stupidness. Over and over and over again. And I've been doing that for months. And very few have agreed 100%. Even the ones who think they know it all, they still disagree with the coming of the Lord, the coming of Christ, and God himself, who has to prove it in order to give respect to God, who gave him the honor of representing God within flesh. So I have to prove it to everyone. They also said, what about him? They also said, did they say anything about Gregorian count? They said his father would be named Joseph. My grandfather's named Joseph. They said he would come within the Trinity. My father, myself, and my son are all the same name, Trinity. My last name means Trinity, which means Trimarco. I'm telling you, 12 or 14 things already in common that I have with the coming of Christ. What else did they say? My name is Anthony Joseph Trimarco. My last name means 3 markers, which means Trinity. AJT is adjective, which means existing. So am I the coming of Christ? Jesse?
Yes, you are.
What?
You are the coming of Christ.
I am. And you are an apostle, my friend.
Okay, my friend.
And now I just made you famous. Look into the thing and say, this man is the closest thing that I've ever seen to the coming of Christ. The closest thing. Right? Are you an apostle?
Yeah.
You don't deny me yet, but you definitely don't agree, but you don't deny either.
Okay.
Let's settle with that?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll settle with that.
Tony, I love you, bro.
I made you very famous today.
Oh, you did?
Yes. You want to know why?
Yeah.
This will be on YouTube in about an hour.
Let me just boom. Yeah.
And the reason why I chose Jesse here is because he's very in touch with his soul, as I became in touch with my soul when I told him I was tied down to a cross in Texas Department of Criminal Justice, TDCJ. They broke my rib and pulled my rotator cuffs out. And I have an ongoing investigation with the humanitarian place, the block over. They have an ongoing investigation now. They just started. They called me up yesterday, and they told me, yes, we will take your case. And they're taking it.
All right.
So you're going to spend the rest of your life telling this story all around the world. Because I still have the same soul as Allah and Yahweh. Because there's only one God. And when he comes as Christ, or the only proven prophet within a prophecy, a prediction of his birth, which would be the same walk as Jesus Christ, some people say it was already proven. It could have been. But for everything I just told you, I just proved it also in my own life, in modern day form. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. Because I don't lie. I was born in Newark, New Jersey, as in there's no proof of Noah's Ark. And another thing that tells you about the Trinity is this. My father's born on 7/20. I'm on 8/12. 20 minus 8 is 12. My son is born on 3/13. My father's 7/20. 20 minus 7 is 13. And 3 is the beginning. My son. So this way, that way, it all equals the same. Also, my son was born on 3/13. 8 years later, my father passes away on 3/13, leaving 2 hearts behind that has been in his body because they tried to give him a heart transplant and it didn't work. Those 2 hearts that he left behind for discovery of tissue matching represented my son and myself. My son is a professional fisherman on IG. His name is RODWORX. Rodworks. 8 years after that, I was psychologically evaluated because my wife told me that I had problems because I was drinking too much and she wanted to divorce me. So I Baker acted myself voluntarily for 2 days and they said I was fine. That was on 3132. And 8 years after that, I was incarcerated on 313 in Gray County, Texas. And that is where I started to hear voices and discover what they were and how everlasting life exists. In this day's technology, I can prove it. And I can also prove when the pyramids were built.
Oh, yeah.
You can
They
too?
were before...
He said yes, because I told him the other day.
It was before the Egyptians.
They were built before the Ice Age. In a humanity much older and wiser than we are today. In technology and precision cutting and stacking. Makes more sense than anybody else so far, right? I can prove it. Because we can pretty much build them today, almost, with precision cutting, precision stacking, and cranes, and hydraulic cranes. I also can disprove the Big Bang Theory in 5 words. 4, it has no structure. And if there's no structure, it cannot make a sound, as in bang. That will get me the Nobel Peace Prize.
There's no bang in it.
There's no bang.
There's no bang in the Big Bang.
There can't be a bang if it has no structure.
Exactly. It could be bang.
That just got me the Nobel Peace Prize. And guess who's coming with me to get it? My man Jesse. So, I can tell you more, but this is the beginning of the end of disrespecting God.